Hey guys, Dan here from danstube.tv, and today we're discussing the Mavic Pro 2 and how it could be just around the corner, coming out potentially in March, which is only a month away. I have owned the Mavic Pro now for over a year, and the Mavic Air was only just released into the market, and it does look spectacular. But it looks like the Mavic Pro 2 is just around the corner. There are a lot of rumours circulating the internet about the Mavic Pro 2. Now, one of the biggest rumours is related to the camera itself, and a lot of people actually believe that there will be a 1-inch sensor on the Mavic Pro 2, which will be very similar to the Phantom 4 Pro, meaning that we can potentially see 20 megapixel stills coming from such a small drone and 4K at 60 frames per second. I would also expect them to release some sort of slow-mo option, as they did make that available in the Mavic Air. Another thing is this gimbal system here. Now, some of their other drones that they've released, the Spark, the Mavic Air, and also the Phantom, have a little bit more of an enclosed gimbal system, where this is exposed to the elements a little more and does seem a little bit less reliable. Now, I personally haven't had any issues, but a lot of people have commented and made videos about the gimbal on the Mavic Pro and have made some sort of claims that it just doesn't hold together that well. So I would like to see more of an enclosed gimbal system in the Mavic Pro 2. Another speculation or rumor that is extremely possible is improved battery life. Now, the Mavic Pro Platinum offered a 30-minute flight time. Now, I believe 100% the Mavic Pro 2 will offer a 30-minute flight time, but it's even possible that we could see upwards of 35 minutes flight time on the battery unit itself. Unfortunately though, that doesn't 100% sit true with all of the other rumors, as a lot of people are saying that the design of the Mavic Pro will be pretty much the exact same. So maybe if the body itself was a little wider, allowing the battery to be wider, then we would see an extra 5 minutes, but we will definitely see 30 minutes minimum from the Mavic Pro 2. I would love to see more, but we will obviously have to wait and see. Another thing that the concept art and the community itself have actually been asking for, or been proposing to DJI, would be a more robust drone. So something that is a little bit stronger and a little bit more durable. Now, I personally haven't had any issues with these folding arms here. They still fold just as well as the day I bought them, but some people online have commented saying that it's just not that good, that they have started to wear and tear. Now, I haven't experienced that at all, but some people would like to see maybe a more stable folding system. Now, the next rumor that has really gone through my head a few times is whether we will see gesture controls in the Mavic Pro 2. Now, after seeing the Mavic Air being released with all of those awesome gesture controls, it actually occurred to me that maybe they will just keep this as more of a Pro lineup, and the Mavic Pro 2 won't house any sort of crazy gesture controls. Now, it still is a possibility, as we have this whole section in the front here where they could have multiple sensors to allow for some really awesome gestures, and maybe they will put higher end kind of sensors in here so the gestures will be a little bit more professional for the Mavic Pro, but it's hard to tell really. Maybe they will keep those gestures for the lower end models like the Spark and the Mavic Air. We do have the obstacle avoidance at the front here, but there is a spot right here that could house multiple sensors and could create a very reliable sensing system for those gestures and awesome controls that we have seen in previous models. One thing that I'm actually really curious to see is whether they will change the design of the Mavic Pro. It does have a very cool design. We might see some improvements to the design, maybe in terms of how robust and reliable it is, or how durable it is. But in terms of a overhaul to the design, I don't know whether we'll see that. Some of the concept art out there does display the Mavic Pro 2 as basically the exact same drone, but just with the 1-inch sensor and maybe a better gimbal system itself. But overall, it doesn't look like we'll get a refined design change, which I can understand. It is only the second edition, but I would like to see something maybe a little bit different, maybe to house a larger battery, maybe something that does include the gesture controls at the front. But again, it's really hard to tell until we actually see a leaked photo or something official. Now, I think we'll see some new intelligent flight modes with the Mavic Pro 2. We did see some new flight modes with the Mavic Air, and people are really loving them. They have also been mentioning a lot about this 360-degree photo capability, which they have added in software updates, so maybe we'll see a little bit more focused on that in future iterations. But overall, I just see it being just a slight update in terms of functionality when it comes to the camera, a little bit more of a robust design, and maybe improved battery. But overall, I think the 1-inch sensor will blow people away. If this little thing can shoot 4K 60 frames per second, and if it can shoot in slow-mo, and if it can take 20 megapixel stills, then I think a lot of people are going to want this little drone here. We also have some pretty out there rumors, which I would love to see, but I think maybe DJI will hold off until the higher end Phantom 5 comes out later on this year. But there are talks about potentially a full waterproof body, or a water resistant body, so you can fly potentially in light rain. The other thing is a potential for a 360-degree camera being implemented in some way, whether they will keep the 1-inch sensor on the front but then have a small 360 camera somewhere else. That is a possibility in the future. Again, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Maybe the higher end models might incorporate that, as 360-degree videos are all the rage right now, but it also is something that maybe DJI will hold out for until a new drone potentially is even released that is tailored for 360-degree video. And if you think that something of this size can have a 1-inch sensor, then what is the Phantom 5 going to have? Who knows? Who actually knows? There are so many rumors about that thing. I'd love to see a waterproof body. I'd love to see a better folding system. Even though I personally haven't had any issues, maybe just something a little bit more reliable and robust. Also, a better gimbal design, maybe something that's housed a little bit better in here. More sensors is another thing that I'd like to see. The rear sensors, we've got the bottom ones and the front. Just something that overall makes this thing a little bit more reliable when it's flying, better flight time, and just a few other slight improvements to the software. Maybe that is better intelligent flight modes, and a few other things that will bring more users into the drone world. Overall, I'm excited to see what they release. Thank you so much for watching though. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What would you like to see in the Mavic Pro 2? Thank you again for watching, and have a great day. Peace out.